guys, hope you're having a great day. It's Jamie Swanson and I'm coming to show you a couple of things that we're prepping for dinner and dessert tonight, and I figured while I was cooking I may as well show you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep ice cream using the ice cream maker that is luckily on special in June, which is really cool. So what I love about this is you've just got the base that stays in the freezer, so it makes the perfect portion for our family. We don't have tons of leftovers and we can have it fresh pretty easy because you don't have to have all the ice, all the salt. Very simple. Now there is a trick, I wouldn't say a trick, but I've learned that it is best to follow the directions and make sure that the liquid mixture is super cold, so you need to freeze it for about 30 minutes ahead of time. So it's very easy to do. So this is just a 4 ingredient recipe that I'm doing here. So it has 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of whole milk, a half a cup of sugar, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. But I'm kind of heavy-handed on the vanilla, so I wouldn't necessarily say that that's all that was in there. Now, it is really easy to assemble, so it's really nice that it comes out for easy cleaning. So if you get splattered stuff on there, you're good to go. Then you would just put your paddle right in there and then lock it in place. Now you just have a power button and then you do the timer, and this one only takes 20 minutes. So 20 minutes, so I did that. Now what's really neat with this basic vanilla is you can do all sorts of add-ins. So you can do chocolate, you can add strawberries, cookies and cream, Rocky Road, peanut butter cup, whatever you want to do. So I just made this about 30 minutes ago and have it ready to pour right into the ice cream maker. Now, a lot of times what we'll do is when we sit down for dinner, then I'll go ahead and start the ice cream so it is ready by the time, you know, the table is cleared, which I love. So easy. Now, one of the things that I do occasionally, which is pretty neat, is I like to add some additives to it, and I'll tell you about that to make it, among other things in my kitchen, much healthier. So this is a product called Enrichables. We have 2 different ones. We have a kale and fiber and then a pea protein. So the pea protein has 10 grams of protein, and then the kale and fiber has 2 cups of kale and 8 grams of fiber. So these are great add-ins to things like ice cream that you really wouldn't know. Now the kale and fiber is really green, but the pea protein is easy to incorporate and stuff. So a lot of things like brownies or any kind of like ground beef dishes that have tomato sauce or something, this is what I'll do. And then stuff like macaroni and cheese, ice cream, the pea protein is much easier to incorporate. So if you've got picky eaters, that's just a great option to do that. So that has a little timer. It's just going to do its thing, and we are going to just move on over to our main dish for tonight. Oh, forgot to show you the little mini whipper. If you don't have one of these, you need at least 1 or 2. Perfect for scrambled eggs, chocolate milk, little protein shakes. So it was a great way to incorporate that. It was we've had it for years, and they took it away for a couple of years, and it just came back this season. So really excited. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to talk about the amazing air fryer. So this was probably the product that's been on my personal wish list for longer than I can even imagine. So waited for years to get one until Paper Chef came out with one, because I knew once they did, they would knock it out of the park. So I love it. The size is wonderful. So when I started asking other people what they loved about their air fryer, what they wished had been a little bit different, it was always the size, because to make a meal for a family of 5, like I just didn't want to have to do 3 or 4 different batches of stuff. So this is wonderful. It's got the 2 little trays. They are dishwasher safe, so very cool on that. And then I love that it has the removable door, so it's easy to clean, especially when, like after I do the chicken tonight, I usually end up with little crumblies down in there, so that goes right back on very easily. As you may have seen, that it does have a rotisserie, so you can do a rotisserie chicken, a rotisserie pork loin, you can do a cauliflower head. It's got a basket that you can do fries and nuggets and things like that. But I do a lot of frozen things for the kids. I'm actually going to demo wings for you guys tonight to see just how simple that is. Now, obviously, I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but I'll give you a picture after it's done. So, really love that it comes with a little cooking guide, and it just gives you all sorts of ideas. So your favorite frozen foods like potato, like french fries, or hash browns, egg rolls, mini bagels. You can roast vegetables. You can do chicken, fish, and seafood. It's got the rotisserie, so it gives you the different times for what you're doing there. You can dehydrate in it, so absolutely wonderful. I'm making our wings based on the chicken wing recipe in here, but of course I deviate. I'm not much of a direction follower. But as I mentioned, it does air fry, it does bake, it does roast, it's got a rotisserie, you can dehydrate, and you can also reheat. So basically, this is going to take away several appliances in your kitchen. So if space is a premium, this may be a great addition to your kitchen. Now, what I think is really kind of crazy about it is it just came out this season, so it came out March 1st. The demand for it was crazy, and then COVID happened. So currently, this is a host-only 60% option. So let me know if you're interested in getting one. We can add one to your kitchen by hosting a party in the next month or so. All right, so we're going to jump right into our wings. I'm going to go ahead and season them and then show you how I end up like just cutting it apart, because if you've never done fresh wings, you may want to know. So I just have some Lowry seasoning salt in a little shaker here. We do have these currently. They are a stainless steel shaker now, but that one has powdered sugar, so I don't think that's the taste I'm looking for on my wings. And then garlic powder, so I'm just going to generously put some garlic powder. And here's the secret solution, some baking powder. So if you've got a container of baking powder, I buy these little pouches where I get mine, and that's going to give it the crispiness without having to do a whole bunch of breading. So I love, love, love that. So I'm just going to kind of toss those around. Maybe once the bottom gets to the top, I'll be able to trade that out and then do it. Now, the recipe encourages you to spray it with a little bit of oil once you're done, but I never spray it with oil. I don't think it's crunchy and crispy enough. I don't think that you need any additional oil. So put that there, sprinkle some more, sprinkle some more. Now, you can also add your favorite sauce at the end, so like the last 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes I'll take it out and throw some buffalo sauce on it, but most often we just eat it like as little fried drumettes, okay? So pretty easy. Now, what I will show you, I'll go ahead and load this up. So our whole family can fill up on what we, especially if we have a side with it, we can fill up on what one batch makes. Now, I usually have a couple of extras, so what I'll do is make those and have for lunch tomorrow. So 2 out of 3 of my boys love them, or the little boys love them, so it's an awesome meal that the whole family can enjoy. So let me get those on there. All right, and if you have an air fryer, I'd love to hear what kind of things you're making with it, or if an air fryer is something that's also on your wish list. So keep me posted. Love to hear the scoop there. All right, so there'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left, so that will be perfect for lunch tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put these right in. So put those trays right in there. So I've got, looks like about 12, so 24 wings. So that's going to be perfect. And then I'll hit air fry, and then push the start button, and then change it to the time that I want it, 30 minutes and done. Now what's going to happen at the 15-minute mark is it's going to give a little buzz, and then I'm going to take that top tray and swap it with the bottom tray. So quick and easy to do that. All right, the last thing I'm going to show you, and boy, the ice cream is looking good. It's already getting thick, so delicious. Oh, and I'll do the whipped cream, so I'll have to wash my hands real good. But I just take the tip of the wing off and then cut right through the joint. Now you can definitely do a frozen wing, or like the pre-cut wings, but at Sam's or even just the local grocery store, I love to get these fresh wings. And sometimes if we don't want to have leftovers right away, I'll go ahead and just cut it up and stick it in the freezer so we can have an easy meal a little bit later. All right, so now that those are in there, I think there's probably enough of the seasoning that I can incorporate. So there we go. There you go, Mr. Wing. Let me wash my hands real good, and then I'm going to show you another yummy little dessert, or like an add-on to a dessert that you may like too. Okie dokie. All right, so I'm gonna make some homemade whipped cream. So I'm doing a sugar-free diet, so ice cream's not for Mama tonight, but I probably could have used this monk fruit or whatever sugar substitute that I've gotten here to do that. So I'll give that a try and let you know sometime soon. So this is the Pampered Chef whipped cream maker. Love it, love it, love it. So you can do quite a few things with this. So we're gonna make whipped cream today, but I'm gonna do it with a sugar substitute. So it's gonna be friendly for me to enjoy. You can also put your eggs in there. So if you're doing scrambled eggs, perfect way to do that. I'll put like 3 or 4 eggs in there, a little bit of milk or heavy cream, and then just pump it here, and it makes the fluffiest, most beautiful eggs, especially for an omelet. It just whips it really good. And then you can also do compounded butter with this. So it's a very simple recipe, 3 ingredients. So we are going to take the adjustable measuring spoons, which are wonderful. So if you are new to Pampered Chef, this may be a new concept, but these come together in a set. You have everything from 1/8 of a teaspoon down to a teaspoon, and this one you have a teaspoon down to a tablespoon. So again, I'm not much of a measurer, so that would be my tablespoon. And then I just need a teaspoon, so I won't dirty up the second one, which is nice. And you know, we do have the stackable measuring spoons as well, but at the season I'm at in my life is probably in a toy box bathtub, somewhere like that. So I know if I need the measurements, they're going to be right in here for that. The final thing that I'm going to add is heavy cream. So the trick with that is keep it nice and cold until right before you use it. So I left it in the refrigerator. All right, so you just give that a shake. Now, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a little bit of a line right here. So you're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream, but I find that if you will add your the other mixture before you add the cream, you won't go over. Okay, so this little paddle goes right in there, and then you twist to lock. All right, it's got a nice little silicone base, so it doesn't slide all over the place. Now, typically it takes about 30 seconds to do. Once I start getting a little tired on one side, I'll flip to the other. You'll also notice as we pump a little bit longer, it begins to get thick and a little bit harder to go through. So I'm already seeing it's nice and frothy. Now, another trick with this is make sure you go all the way down and then all the way up. You want to hear that click every time. So it's not ready, but I want to show you how thick it is just in that little bit of time. So that is excellent. So I like it a little bit thicker. So this is awesome that you can do for your desserts, or if you like whipped topping in your coffee, you can do that. Oh, and what's the coffee that's all the rage right now? The whipped coffee. You can actually make that with the instant coffee and the cream with that. So I'm not even sure what it's called, but look at there, you guys. Quick and easy. As much as I love to cook, I had never made homemade whipped cream until this came out. So absolutely fantastic. Now remember that handy dandy little base we had? Now it serves as a lid. So that's gonna go in the refrigerator, ready to serve once we have dinner and are ready for dessert. So hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see you again soon.